Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Welcome to episode 11 of the Secrets of the Atlas League here on Ruthless SSF. So right now I'm just killing a low-level boss really quickly. I've mostly been focusing on leveling up the new Spectral Throw Trapper, just because I think that skill is awesome. I really like the design of it. No idea how far it's going to go, but I'm looking forward to trying. I will at some point go grab the last like 3 or 4 red maps I need just to be done with all the non-unique maps. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you near the end. The boss dropped the brand new boss fight, so I figured I might as well take that down before switching back to my trapper. I was looking at some rings, trying to switch some gear up, but to be honest with you, I just can't afford to give up my chaos res right now. Anyway, the boss was pretty easy. I really do like this boss fight. It's more of focusing like on teaching you how to just dodge a lot of mechanics and not necessarily just one-shotting you left and right. And granted, I wouldn't want all the bosses to be as easy as that one, but it is nice that there's a pinnacle boss out there that's just like a totally different beast. Anyway, though, after the boss, I went back to my Spectral Throw Trapper. Of course, we got Fist of War long after the Juggernaut is dead, but I mean, the League is just getting started, so at this point, every new support gem I get is a win. My boats have still been abysmal, like absolutely terrible. I get an alk like 1 in every 5 boats on average, and I'm doing on. I mean, granted, it changes sometimes because this character doesn't farm gold as fast. But on average, I've been doing 50k, 100k, and 150k for my 3 boats, and I'm still getting no alchemies. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, anyway, I got the new Blast Rain gem. Got some really nice jewelry. It would be nice to get some like good upgrades for my Crackling Lance character, because like I said in the beginning of the video, I really do want to finish off my Atlas and then maybe go push and fight Elder, Shaper. I don't think the Crackling Lance character could do Uber Elder, but if I got this character strong enough, this one might be able to. The main support gem I'm looking for right now is elemental damage with attacks, which will of course be insane for this character because I'm not doing any fizz at all because I'm using an Oro, so it's just going to give me a bunch of damage. Of course, before I can get anywhere near using that, I have to have a 5 link, which my currency my currency is pretty bad. Oh my god, we got an anger. Well, I was gonna say until we get a 5 link, my damage is gonna. I mean, it's gonna be okay, but not great. But getting an anger is pretty amazing, gonna be honest with you. The only dream I have is skitterbots. I know the odds of that are very small, and I can't complain because I just got an anger, but skitterbots would help me so much. Amazing ring, by the way. I can't get alchemies, but I got an exalt. That's cool, I guess. I mean, I'm not anywhere near exalting anything, but hey, I'll take it. It could sit in the stash for a while. Mapping is going well so far. I'm not really dying very often, even to mercenaries. And I am using my mercenary now more often because honestly, I always forget that like the mercenary doesn't just like tank for you and stuff, but it's also giving you magic find. Well, not exactly magic find, but it is giving you more loot. Which on Ruthless, any way you can get more stuff is always something you should take advantage of. I'm chilling around like tier 8s and tier 10s. I'm pretty sure I could do like tier 12s and whatever, but I kind of just don't want to. I want to run a bunch of lower tier yellows, try to get a bunch of Kiraks saved up. As you can see here, I got another one. And we finally have our first double corrupt of the league. And my plan is to double corrupt the Perseverance. And to make this temple even better, every single unique has a smugglers in it. So we're basically going to get like 11 uniques for free. Well, 12 if you count the room. And even though, like, I mean, the odds of getting a good unique are pretty small, but getting 12 uniques on Ruthless is absolutely insane. It feels like I've seen Alva, like, I mean, basically not at all this league. So I definitely am going to spec a little more into Alva, even though it's not going to make a huge difference. I just love Incursion so much. Every time I'm in a temple, I'm usually pretty happy. And wouldn't you know it, my very first temple on this character, guess what I drop? Skitterbots. No way, dude. I got anger and skitterbots in the same day. I mean, obviously, there's no chance in hell I'm going to use anger now that I have skitterbots, but just the fact that I got them both today is pretty amazing. And honestly, the Baron helmet might come into play if I can get some uniques I need later on. Not saying like it's a guarantee or anything, but I'd like to do some zombie chank. That could be fun. But yeah, now we have skitterbots. My damage is going to feel so much better. My mana is going to feel better. I got another anvil after destroying my other one. Which, by the way, oh my god, a hatred. Wait, I got a skitterbots and a hatred in this freaking temple. I don't know what to tell you, man, but if you don't love Incursion, you are out of your mind. And of course, after that, we got a spell totem, which I will need at some point if I ever play Flame Blast Totem, which at this point I am planning on playing, but it's way too early in the league to promise anything. But it is time to double corrupt. I'm going to double corrupt to Perseverance because why not? Didn't die. And it did nothing, of course. The absolute most boring outcome. For a while, I was thinking I was going to farm for the Trapper gloves, but definitely not for this character. Maybe if I played in the Trapper this league. But, like, I throw traps so fast, I would just end up killing my own character, just because, like, you have to start paying life with your traps. And as you can see, I can throw traps pretty quickly, and this is without taking the 3 points on the tree to get even more throw speed, which eventually I will have, but I did drop them for now. Funny enough, I did actually get the vial that upgrades the Trapper gloves, so if I ever get them, I guess I have it. My very first Trap in Mine Cluster Jewel, of course, it was 6 passives. I'm so desperate, I'm probably going to craft on it anyway, but yeah, whatever. So we are level 77, 77% of the way to 78, and so far, I'm loving this character. The biggest issue I have is if an enemy is really fast, mainly a mercenary, like the one that uses Frostblink or whatever, this skill is kind of rough. It's like, sure, when I actually hit them, I will do crazy damage, but sometimes it can be pretty tedious to hit them. So I think I've been undervaluing this, because I think the trap trigger effect might actually solve this problem for me. Now, I already know that trap throwing speed gives me a ton of damage, but I've been trying to delicately, like, walk this fine line between getting some good offense stuff and some defense. Because the thing is, my damage is good, but, like, my gear is just, like, this is nice, but if you're a trickster, you really want, and it's, like, if you take a look at this node right here, you really want a body armor with ridiculous evasion just to get a bunch of free energy shield. And my helmet is not that good either, because if I could get a high ES shield, then I would get a bunch of evasion. And my gloves have 9 ES. So I'm kind of squishy, but so far mapping feels really good. I haven't really used the mercenary. I'm going to start using him. Oh god, it's infamous. I mean, he's got trash. Whatever. Pretty unique, I guess. Oh, well, I'm probably gonna die, but yeah, I'm trying not to use the mercenary too much, but I am gonna start using him now. The main reason I wasn't using him is I kind of wanted to make sure this character could stand on its own 2 legs. You know what I mean? Because I think it's very. I think what's gonna happen in this league to a lot of people is they're gonna play a character on Ruthless and be like, "Wow, this is like nuts," but you don't realize how much your mercenary is actually doing. So just watch out for that. And the way I'm working to get around that is, as you can see, I'm not using my mercenary until, like, what, this is like tier 8 or whatever. Yeah, we're at tier 8, and yeah, I'm going to start using my merc now. But overall, this character is really fun. I really like it. It'll be a lot better when I'm not taking 10% increased fire and fizz, but it's fun. It's going to be a very long time before I get a sword, so I really need to upgrade my other pieces of gear. I did switch to a nice energy shield helmet, which gave me a bunch of evasion, and of course ES is just life for me. Completed my Uber Lab, which funny enough gave me more alchemy orbs than my last like 5 boats combined. And yeah, I got 10% quality from the font. I used 5 of that on my main gem, 5 of that on Steelskin, because I do have 3 gem cutter prisms sitting in my stash. So I figured, why waste the 2%, and I can just, you know, throw it on Steelskin, because why not? Alright, so I'm going to try and experiment a little bit. I think, like, so I've been trying so hard to, like, trade damage for survivability on this character. Not that I've been dying a lot, but, like, once I go into red maps, I'm not going to be able to beat this squishy. So I did take off my my boots, and now I'm wearing these. Unfortunately, they only have 15% MS, but I mean, like, oh my god, I'm dying over here. But they do have a bunch of resist, a good amount of life on them, and they have some evasion. I mean, my evasion is still not impressive, but I mean, before it was like 2k or something like that, maybe 3. So it's definitely a lot better than it was. I'm going to mess around a little bit more, try to figure out my gear situation. Obviously, only having 15% MS feels pretty bad. I'm down to 30% movement speed. I was at 45. I think I was at 50 with the dark rays on. I don't know. Either way, we had more, but hey, advanced traps. Anyway, I'm going to keep experimenting, and hopefully I can figure this character out. I only lasted 2 maps before I switched back to my boots, because honestly, going this fast is just way too fun to give up. I killed a rare that dropped 3 support gems, which is absolutely insane. Not exactly sure what happened there, but I'm happy with it. Got another key rec mission. I really, like I said earlier, I really want to save those up. Ideally, I'd like to have 3 white, 3 yellow, and then, get as many reds as I can. I will eventually switch back down to white tier maps just to farm those really fast. But what I would like to do before that is actually get my third Atlas skill tree, because that tree is going to have Ritual on it. And if I'm going to be in white tier maps anyway, I might as well farm Ritual and try to get lucky, because, I mean, honestly, like, yeah, you can't get some stuff in the yellow tier and the white tier, but just getting anything is really good. I got my first orb, one of the new orbs from the bosses. I got a new ring I haven't seen yet. The orb basically just makes it so one of my maps for the mission is going to be really juiced up. I'll drop less items, but better stuff. I went for a fusion gamble because we haven't really gone for one this league. And unfortunately, because I'm an idiot, I didn't save any fusings at the end. So I ended up having, like, not a 4-link, so I couldn't really play this character. But I mean, it could be worse, at least I didn't go down to a 1-link or whatever. But anyway, we're back to our Crackling Lance character. So I figured I might as well do some high tier maps, maybe try and push and get my last 4 or 5 red maps that I need. I did run a couple Harbinger Scarabs, which gave me a bunch of Horizon Orbs, gave you some Fracturing Orbs, which again, I'm not really going to be using Fracturing Orbs for quite a while. But if I do get a stockpile of Chaos Orbs, it'd be nice to try to fracture like a +1 wand or something like that. I'm not going to really rush if I do get one, but it'll be nice just to have one. The mercenaries have been pretty generous when it comes to Orbs of Alchemy, so I figured I might as well waste a couple trying to craft some Cluster Jewels for another character I'm going to make later on. But Cluster Jewels suck, so, didn't really get it. I ended up deleting all of my XP trying to do some map completions, which I'll talk more about in a second. But at least I got 2 tier 16s done. Can't really cry about that, I guess. So I was 40% to 87, but I kind of deleted all my XP on these insanely rippy maps. Also, is this crazy loud, or is it just me? It's probably just me. It seems to always just be me. But yeah, I deleted all my XP, which feels pretty bad. But I mean, it's fine. I got a bunch of, I got 2 completions, so I have like, what, 2 more tier 16s and I'm done. I could have had this done sooner, but of course I rerolled twice, so don't want to blame it myself, but I'm not sweating it. I think at this point I'm just going to try and get the last 2 16s I need. It's either 2 or 3, but I think it's 2. And then after that, I might push for 90 on this character and just spend some time farming red maps to get some Guardians and get some gold and fix my King's Mark and whatnot. But yeah, I still feel like a moron. I can't believe I, like, used all my fusings and forgot to leave it as a 4-link, but hey, whatever. It gives me a perfect excuse to jump back on Crackling Lance. I was starting to worry that these Horizon Orbs were kind of going to fail, because I only had a couple of them left over, but they've been pretty lucky so far. I think, like, at this point in the league, we've gotten, like, 10 completions just from Horizons, which, we've said it many times, but obviously it's not better than Kirak, but in addition to Kirak, it is very welcome. Got my last tier 15 done. It was a cakewalk. I only died once because for some reason I thought I could face tank his charge. The saddest boat you've ever seen. And I don't know what it is, man. My boats do not like me. I've tried mixing it up. I've tried all of one crop, all of many crops. Doesn't seem to really matter. But now we are officially done all non-unique maps, which feels absolutely amazing. Hey, if you made this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am level 79, 41% of the way to level 80. We have almost 500 total maps done. I have 102 completions. All that's left now are my unique maps, and once I get those done, that'll be fantastic, assuming we ever get all 115. 110 points. I did change some stuff on my tree. I dropped a lot of nodes over here just so I could grab my third shaping again, just because it's so point efficient. I took immune response because 3 points and it makes blight 5 times better. It's so good. It's so smooth. So much XP and loot. Got a little bit of essence because I'm going to experiment a lot more with essence on memory items just to see how that goes. Other than that, not too much has changed. I'm kind of torn right now. So, like, I can't play this character because I'm a moron. So the problem that happened with my bank, I rolled the Storm Rain of the Conduit character, and then immediately, like, I don't know, 20 maps, maybe 10 maps after that character, I rolled this one. So I have no money left. I was crafting on that character. I tried crafting on this character, which, don't get me wrong, this body armor isn't insane by any stretch of the imagination, but it is pretty good, so I'm not complaining. If you are curious about the new Spectral Throw of Ruthless, I highly recommend it. It's a really fun ability. I'm only using Oro Sacrifice because I'm on Ruthless SSF, and getting a elemental damage weapon better than this is going to be pretty difficult for quite a while. Not impossible, but it's going to take a while. It is pretty funny having Culling Strike on a Trapper. It's not something you have very often, unless you do like Wave of Conviction Culling or something like that, which is kind of weird. But yeah, the biggest downside of this weapon, obviously, 10% increase fizz and fire damage taken is pretty brutal. It's going to make a lot of things pretty hard. But if I can get enough energy shield, I might be able to just counteract it enough. Other than that, though, the damage feels great. The speed at max when I have all my charges, I think I have 55% movement speed, which, as you can imagine, feels pretty awesome. I gotta tell you, I am very thankful that I rolled a Crackling Lance character. This build is hardcore carrying my league and my economy. It's gotten so much done for me. It's definitely a flawed character. You know, there's definitely a lot of gear I could upgrade. And obviously, like, this is not a body armor you should wear forever. I'm just using it for now because, honestly, it's kind of fun to use a new unique. And it does give me quite a bit of damage. Like, yeah, it does give me some mitigation, but, like, they die pretty quickly, so it's mostly just for the free damage. The Chaos Res is also pretty nice. The Energy Shield is whatever. It's kind of cool, but not that impactful for me. So I think my plan now, I'm just going to farm on this guy for a while. I might just, like, honestly, I might just do a bunch of tier 11s, 12, 13, 14, but I probably won't. I'm too lazy. I'll probably just jump right into tier 14s. I really just need to get currency and stockpile a bunch of gold. The biggest issue I was having on the Trapper is he's doing low tier stuff, so I was getting very little gold. I kind of just want to like commit to farming gold for a while. That way I can just like fix all my farmers, fix all my ship guys and everything. Because I have like tier 3, tier 2 guys here and there, which I don't want to see anymore. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.